The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's going to high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
He's still going into the end zone.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the XL Energy Center here in St. Paul, Minnesota for today's Class 2A state tournament matchup between your Rush City Tigers and the Chatfield Gophers. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I am joined by Adam Hefty for this state tournament broadcast. Adam Hefty, first of all, thanks so much for joining me.
Oh, man, I love the state tournament. It doesn't matter which sport it is. State tournament is awesome. It's in a beautiful building of the XL Energy Center. This place has aged chef's kiss beautifully.
It really has, and it won't be XL Energy Center for long, but as long as it is, we'll keep calling it that. And I think people will continue to call it that even after it's been named something different. But we are here at the XL Energy Center, court one for this matchup. We watched a great matchup here in the game before between Albany and New London Spicer. New London Spicer had lost to Albany during the regular season 3-0, but this game that they played against Albany just before this one pregame had started, man, what a game.
It went 4 sets, but the final 3 sets went extras.
Yeah.
So it was that close. It could have turned on any point. But, yeah, Albany coming away with a victory. So they'll move on to the semifinals of AA.
Yeah, it really felt like one that should have went 5, honestly. It was such a good matchup. And New London Spice, we had said it that those two, man, they were battling like the 1 and 2 seeds, not just the 1 and 8 seeds. So a fantastic matchup there. I'm expecting nothing different here in this one as the Tigers get set to take on the Gophers of Chatfield. Now, I did a little bit of homework, Adam. I'm not going to lie. Now, I can't say that I did the work of the project. I'm not going to act like I spent 8 hours watching film and took notes. No, I
Push
watched
those glasses up.
Yep. I watched maybe about a half hour of highlights from their huddle camera and on Chatfield. But in looking at Chatfield, I watched some of their film. They are an aggressive team. They're a team that wants to be aggressive early on, and whether it's hitting, serving, doesn't matter. They want to be aggressive. There are a lot of times where they won't go and use that third hit. A lot of times they'll try and use that second hit to throw off a team, but they're also a very smart team, a team that knows, hey, we've got the other team out of position. Let's make a hit here. They are also very accurate with their hits, so I'm going to be interested to see how Rush City is able to combat that from Chatfield. We've been able to see Rush City all season long, obviously, and this will be our first team watching Chatfield, but I'm excited to see what Rush City is able to do against an aggressive team like Chatfield. I think the closest we can probably get is North Branch, because North Branch, a team who made it to their section championships in Class 3A of Section 7, so I think that's the closest comp you can get, and to be fair, you could go and say, well, for Rush City, they did, I believe, play one of these teams. I think it was Chatfield at the Class 2A showcase down at the Burnsville tournament. So it wasn't Chatfield, but it was Concordia Academy, Legacy Christian Academy, and Belle Plaine. Some of those who have either gone to their section championships or made it to state beforehand. Of course, none of those teams, unfortunately, made it to state this year, but we know those teams very well. We know those names, Belle Plaine, Concordia, and Legacy Christian Academy, have made it to state before, and those are teams you always have to watch out for. They did lose to those teams a combined 6-1 in that tournament. So for Rush City here today, Adam, what is one thing, we'll get into more as we go along, but what is one thing they need to do here in this game?
Well, when you match up against a team that is kind of out of the ordinary and does things that you don't normally see throughout your regular season, you really have to lock in and play a clean match, because if you don't, you can be caught off balance and really get put into bad situations. So playing a clean match, I think, is the biggest thing to look at here as we look forward to this matchup. And let's face it, Rush City has struggled a little bit towards the back end of this season with playing clean. They're able to get away with it because they're beating the teams they have to, but they're not going to be able to today. So they're really going to have to play a clean match.
And speaking of that, we're actually going to get a word from the head coach from the Rush City Tigers, Eric Thielander. I had an interview with him, a great interview. He was able to take time to do that interview. So we will hear that interview with head coach Eric Thielander. But first, a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden french fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Hey there, it's Realtor Amanda Holland with Realty Group. Thank you for voting us the best real estate office in Iceni County. We appreciate you. For all your real estate needs, head to CountyLinesRealEstate.com.
Ethan Game Day Gilman here. I'm now joined by the Rush City Volleyball head coach, Eric Thielander. Coach Thielander, thanks so much for joining me.
Absolutely. Thanks for taking some time to check in with the Tigers.
Of course, and you guys are back to the state tournament here. You'll be playing tomorrow at the You guys were able to get the number 1 seed. When you guys found out you were going to be the number 1 seed, did that at all give the team a little bit more confidence going into the playoffs?
You know, I think it maybe did a bit to give us that sort of mental toughness and belief a little bit more in the body of work that the team had done throughout the season. But you know, that also helps with, you know, we get to pick what side of the court we want to be on. And, you know, it gave us a couple home games in the beginning and got us going to get the playoffs started. So, yeah, I think it helped a bit.
And you mentioned the home games. How important were those home games, not just for the team, but just for playing, getting to play a couple more times at home, especially for the seniors?
Yeah, I think you know, we did a little research, and it's been a couple years or more since we've lost at home. So it definitely gives us a little bit of a boost to get things started, and it's nice for the seniors to have a couple extra games on the court one last time for them to wrap up their careers too. But definitely helps to start at home.
Obviously, after that, you guys went back to Hermantown, a place you guys are pretty familiar with it over the last couple of years. It started out with the semifinal against Two Harbors, a team who pretty good season themselves coming in. It was a battle between those two teams. Looking at that game, what was your biggest takeaway from that game against Two Harbors?
I think it showed the girls that, you know, we've got to play a full match. We've got to play, start strong, finish strong, and some moments in there where we just weren't playing our best. But it also, you know, gave us some confidence because we realized, you know, coming from behind, you know, losing a set, that's okay. That, you know, maybe spurs a little bit of extra emphasis on what we need to do the next match. So it was a nice win that night, and we definitely learned that we just have to keep pushing during the matches and finish strong, start strong and finish strong.
And kind of talking about that going into that game against ESCO, the championship match, you guys fell in the first match there to ESCO, but obviously went on to win the next 3. But we kind of talked about it post-game there. But looking after that first set, you know, what was kind of the mentality of the girls, and how were they able to get themselves back into it and go off and win 2 more sets before that 4th?
Yeah, they definitely were focused on set 2 and ready to get back at it. Their heads weren't hanging too low, and they were still very much engaged and knew that there's a lot of match left to be played. And it was great to see them respond in set 2 and 3 with, you know, some pretty convincing set wins after a tight set 1. So, you know, we made some adjustments, did some things differently. It helped make that shift for us to win those next 3 sets.
Speaking of that fourth set and how sets can be different, one thing I enjoy about volleyball is no matter how dominating a set or two can be, you just never know what's coming in the next set. And for that fourth one, ESCO got off to a pretty good start. You guys trailed, eventually made a nice comeback on a nice scoring run. But what was the message to the girls when the fourth set didn't maybe start the way they would have hoped it would have?
I think we took a timeout we were down 10-14 or something like that. And, we reminded them what we said at the beginning of that set, like, we can't look past this set and start thinking about what could be. We needed to get all of our minds back focused in that fourth set. And, a bunch of younger players, first experience in the, a section final game. It's totally understandable that they weren't playing, as crisp as we were in sets 2 and 3 because we were just, starting to think about too much instead of just what was happening right in front of them.
And now, obviously, you guys went on that scoring run to eventually end the set and get the victory 3-1. What was that feeling like for you and the team to be able to not only see your team make the comeback like that, but also finish it off? Because I think, it's good that your team made the comeback, but I think it is even harder to finish off a set like that when it was so dominant for ESCO early on. But for you guys to win that one, make the comeback, and get the victory, what was all that like for you and this team?
Well, I think you mentioned it earlier about how this game could just go in so many different directions, and that's what happened. We saw a roller coaster in that fourth set. The momentum swung in a couple different directions, and we just happened to be in the right direction of the momentum at the end. We played clean, and they started to just get a little timid and nervous about what was happening, and maybe they started to think a little bit too much about what could be. But I think it comes back to just too about the number of great players that we lost from last year, and having this group come together and fill in and do so well and grow as a team. I don't think too many people thought we would be in this position, and I'm pretty excited for the girls to accomplish a pretty tall feat. So it's pretty cool to see what they were able to do this season.
And speaking of that, we talked at the end of the regular season about kind of the improvements, but taking a look at the beginning of the playoffs, now getting ready for the state tournament, what else has been something that you've noticed that your team has maybe just gotten better on or improved with since the start of the playoffs?
Our practices have been getting, we're pretty consistent. They're just doing all the little things right now that we are able to focus in on because we've done such a great deal of training in all the big pieces of the game. I can't really put a finger on one thing in particular that we're doing better. It's just maybe more of a mindset that's shifted from the beginning of the season to now, in just a little bit more confidence in themselves and a little bit more confidence in what we're able to do out on the court that maybe just wasn't developed yet, and now it is. So it's cool to see that come together for them, and be able to see them put out the best product that we can.
And speaking of this team, it's a mix. You've got your two seniors that we talk about, and then it's kind of underclassmen after them. What has it been like to watch the relationships within this team grow from the beginning of the season to now and getting to the state tournament?
Yeah, that was something that had to be nurtured and developed. It wasn't something that just came right away. Just playing with so many new people on the court and such a difference in age. It takes time, it takes patience, and the older girls have done a great job of bringing the younger ones along and helping guide them to what we're able to do here at the end of the season.
And continuing on with that, there have been a number of times on the court where maybe a mistake happens or a point doesn't go the way your team would have thought. And I've noticed that the girls just turn around and talk so positive to each other. As a coach, how much pride does that bring you to see the team be able to do that?
That's always your hope, right? That we can encourage and support, because once it breaks down, and people are not cohesive, things fall apart really quickly. So it's a fine line, and I think, you know, we worked hard at trying to develop those relationships throughout the season. You know, sometimes forced, sometimes they just happen organically. But the seniors, they definitely want to, you know, leave this program with a sense of pride, and a part of that pride is, you know, they were a part of helping some of these younger players learn and grow in the game. So it's definitely been fun to watch that develop throughout the season.
And now I know practice this week may have been close to the same, but what does this week of practice look like for you guys, especially maybe this afternoon leading up to tomorrow's match?
Well, just a logistic standpoint, you know, it's a little bit different this week. Monday was normal, and Tuesday we had practice in the afternoon so we could get down to the banquet last night for the team to be recognized. And today we're just going to have a normal practice, and then we'll hit the road and head down and stay Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We'll sneak in a practice also on Friday down in the metro area. So it's different, but these girls, a handful of them are used to this process, so it's not going to be too overwhelming for them to make adjustments and understand that it's just a little bit different right now. So.
And what is your message to the team to make sure that, you know, they're enjoying this moment, taking in, but also once it's time to focus in and get ready?
Yeah, you know, the first year we went, it was overwhelming for them, and we were all just so excited, and you know, we knew it was a special opportunity to be down there. And then the next year, it was a total different mindset of being focused on what we needed to do next, and I think a little bit of both of that will carry over into this season. You know, there's that focus and pride of what we want to accomplish down there and go compete against these amazing teams. But we also are going to soak it in, and we're also going to enjoy the moments and realize that these memories will last a lifetime. So this year, I think it's a balance of staying focused on what we're down there to do, and then also focusing in on this experience for them. So a little bit of both.
And Coach, that is all that I have for you here today. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, just thanks to the players, the parents, the fans, the community. It's awesome to live in a small town and get all this support. So the kids are excited, the town's excited, and hopefully we go down there and play our best.
And Coach, I just want to thank you for taking time to do this interview. It's greatly appreciated, and wish you the best of luck.
All right, thank you for your time.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare, information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Go online to pine.edu for more information. Pine Technical and Community College, connect with success.
Back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMPradio.com. Ethan Game Day Gilman joined by Adam Hefty for this afternoon's state contest between your Rush City Tigers and the Chatfield Gophers here in this quarterfinal matchup. Adam, a good interview there with head coach Thielander. And, you know, looking at this Tiger team all year long, and really you could even kind of say it last year too, but for the last couple of years, this team has really predicated themselves on being a very solid team all around. This year, they're a little bit younger, so the veteran experience this year is not necessarily there for them, and that's what their head coach Thielander talked about, but just their ability to learn on the fly, I think, has been one of the biggest things that I have noticed this season.
And it's interesting to see teams like this sustain success, even with different types of teams. When it comes to Rush City, you did have the experience last year, but inexperience, but talent here on this team. There is some experience in the roster, but a lot of it is of the younger variety, and it's a complete change of mindset, and it's really interesting to see how well they've done here this season, just sort of running through their schedule.
They have done a really good job. Again, they have ended the season with a phenomenal record, but so has Chatfield. Chatfield comes in 28-4, the number 2 seed. Rush City 28-3, the number 7 seed. And couldn't tell you how they seeded, but that's how they got seeded. So we're going to take a look at our starting lineups. But continuing to talking about the Rush City squad, we can look at the rosters. You look at it, and it is obviously one-sided on the depth. Rush City has not had a ton of depth all year, but they haven't necessarily needed it. You take a team like Chatfield, you see their roster is about 15 deep, maybe even going closer to 20, but Rush City, again, hasn't necessarily needed the depth all season long, as they have had their veterans playing really well, and the young ladies that they do sub in have that experience or are continuing to gain that experience. So for Rush City, do you think that the depth at all is going to play a factor here today?
I don't think so. I'm more of a basketball guy, so I look at this at a basketball point of view, that there really isn't much difference between 8 and 12 guys or girls that you play. At a certain point, you have enough reserves where it keeps your team fresh. If you're able to have a substitute for each girl, you're doing fine, because they're 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. It doesn't really take much for them to recover and get back into game shape, getting back into this one.
And I'm excited to see how they do here as we continue through our starting lineups, as it will be number 1, Autumn Stream, number 3, Abby Thielander, number 4, McKenna Garr, and then number 7, Clara Neeson. Libero will be number 35, Ellie Thielander, and of course, Natalie Rude. We're going to get our starting lineups here for Chatfield, but continuing to look at both of these teams. Again, Chatfield, a very good season. We looked at some of the teams that they have played here this year. A lot of teams that have either A, made it to the state tournament, or B, went to their section championship. So for both of these teams, they really are battle-tested coming into today's game, and they had to wait just a little bit longer. But for Chatfield, again, we talked about it a little bit before the interview, but this is an aggressive team, a team that wants to get after it early and often, and we've seen teams that have been able to do that a little bit. Rush City, I think they got into that with their last 2 games against Two Harbors and Esco. We saw Two Harbors kind of go after Rush City early, so to speak. And it's not that Rush City so much struggled. It's just that I think they were a little bit taken aback at the fact that Two Harbors brought it to them, because Rush City has really taken it 2 teams this season.
Right, and if you're the favorite and those teams come after you, it really kind of catches you off guard, because if they just sit back into the defensive mode, the favorite is just able to pick them apart. Both these teams very well battle-tested, like you said. 3 like opponents with Concordia Academy. Chatfield defeated them 2-1 in a tournament, whereas Rush City fell to them 2-0. And then Belle Plaine, they both lost to Belle Plaine 2-0, but both teams defeated Zambroda Mazeppa 3-0 for Chatfield, since it was a conference matchup out of the Three Rivers Conference, and Rush City winning in a tournament 2-0. So a few like opponents between these 2 squads, so not really a lot to go off, but there is some data that you can look at to see what these teams look like against each other.
And, of course, we can talk about that a lot, because these 2 teams, again, very good, obviously, to get to the state tournament. But as we always say, come playoffs or the state tournament, I think you got to treat it like a new season, where I think you do look at that a little bit, and you obviously both teams have watched film from the other. But I think when you're looking at it, a state tournament is a brand new season, as was the playoffs. Playoffs, we've seen it. You can see it with a lot of teams, like New London Spicer. We were looking at the bracket. We thought that, I forgot now who it was, but New London Spicer may not have been the favorite in that one. They come out and they beat the number 1 seed and now make it to the state tournament. You look at some of the other teams who probably are the favorite, but again, it's just a whole new atmosphere, a whole new season for these 2 teams, as we are set to get underway at the XL Energy Center here at this state Class 2A quarterfinal matchup between your Tigers and the Chatfield Gophers.
Yeah, this isn't a gymnasium.
No.
This is a hockey rink. The sight lines are different.
Yes.
So this is going to be a new experience for a lot of these players. Rush City, however, has a few girls that played last year that are as used to it as you can.
Right. I think you and I were at a game where we talked about, the ceilings aren't as high in high school gymnasiums. Here, they're much higher. The serve is over. The miss hit there by Trindy Barkeen is going to go into the net off the Tigers serve, and the Tigers are going to score first. It may not matter in the grand scheme of things, Adam, but I think scoring first is important.
It gets you off to a good start.
Rood is serving, by the way. Her first serve was a line drive. This one is as well. Dug up by Chatfield. It's down and nearly dug up by Rood. It was just a little bit too fast for her to get a better dig on it, and it will be a kill there for Chatfield.
Chatfield able to get into the scoring column.
Harper Goldsmith will be back to serve. We've got a few what looks to be like family members on this Chatfield side as Goldsmith's serve is over. Stream is there for the dig to Neeson. And now towards the back, McKenna Garr looking for the kill, but it's dug up by Goldsmith on the other side. Coming back for the kill, Cora Bickniece, but that one is dug up by Rush City. Over by Abby Thielander, dug up by Chatfield, blocked at the net by Heinz. Chatfield will look for the kill. Dug up by Abby Thielander, then going under the net is Rood, and unfortunately that will be Chatfield's point.
Chatfield did a good job of just keeping the ball in play. They seem to be on the defensive side, but just keeping it in the air, getting it over was the difference there.
Gophers going right to left. That serve is into the net. That will tie us up at 2 apiece. Tigers will go left to right on your radio dial. Abby Thielander back to serve for the blue and yellow. Obviously, Tigers wearing their blue jerseys, yellow half sleeves, yellow letters and numbers. Serve is over, dug up by Chatfield on that far side. It is blocked, and it will go out of bounds. Tigers got a hand on it there, and it will make it 3-2 in favor of the Gophers.
Barkheim seems to be their biggest hitter. She was the one to get that down.
Serve now by Barkheim is over, dug up by the Tigers. Rood will set, and going after that one is Garr, just laying it over, but dug up by LaPlante. On the far side, they look for the kill, blocked at the net, but it is going to stay on the Tigers' side, and it will be 4-2 Chatfield.
So Chatfield out to a decent lead here in the early going. Rush City has to get back into this one.
Serve is over. Stream with a late dig. It's going to go right back to the center of the net. That's just a volleyball, or a beach ball, for LaPlante, and that's an easy kill.
Just a little bit of misfortune for Rush City. Already down 5-2 here in the first set.
One thing I enjoy about Rush City is a team can certainly get out to a comfortable lead. You can't be comfortable against Rush City.
No, they can score very quickly.
Yes. As the serve is over, dug up by the Tigers. Neeson looks for the kill, dug up by Barkheim. They'll look for the kill the other way. Stream with the dig, but it sends it flying out of play to make it 6-2 Chatfield. Gophers wearing their maroon jerseys, the white letters and numbers, the gold stripes starting at the front of the jersey, working its way to the side and then back in gold and then turning into white. That serve is going to go long from Barkheim, so the Tigers get back on the board, making it 6-3. They trail.
And just like that, Rush City cuts the lead to 3.
Ellie Thielander back to serve in her white libero jersey, her blue half sleeves, blue letters and numbers. Serve is over, dug up by Barkheim. She is all over the court. Now Chatfield will look back for the kill, dug up by Ellie Thielander on the back line. Looking for the kill the other way is McKenna Garr, but that one goes long. 7-6 Chatfield. And one thing you and I noticed up there at Hermantown was Rush City had a little bit of trouble dialing in the accuracy. We know that they can hit it hard. We know that they can be some of the best hitters in the state. They had a little bit of trouble dialing it in, and we saw it there with that hit from Garr, but then the serve from Gophers go into the net to make it 7-4. Clara Neeson back to serve. It is received there by Tweeten. Hannah Tweeten, that is. Lining that one up. Wasn't sure if that one maybe went off the antenna. That was close if it didn't, but will be a kill for Cora Bickniece. That one was close, Adam.
It also seemed like a little bit of miscommunication on the Rush City side. You had a couple Tigers looking at each other.
That's a tough one whenever it goes off the net, though. I always feel bad for any player when it goes off the net. Autumn Stream looks for the kill off the net. That was strange, but they're going to keep it in play, and it's going to wind up being a Chatfield point anyway. That was weird because it could have been out on either side because that antenna was in play, but It will wind up falling on the Tigers' side. It will be Cora McNeese to serve. 9-4 is the lead, and that serve is going to go out of play, and it will make it 9-5. Not the Dolly Parton song, instead the score. McKenna Gar will serve.
Rush City really needs to get into this one, get on the offensive side.
Yeah, unfortunately, they just haven't seemed to have been able to get that offense going, but there we go.
There it is.
And just like Adam talked about, there's the offense that they needed with the Gar kill.
Rush City is much better when they're able to attack instead of playing defensive.
So 9-6 now. As it is Gar wearing the number 4, back to serve. That's over, dug up on that far side. Towards the middle, it's dug up on the other side by Gar. Rude sets for Stream, but that one's dug up by Hannah Tweeten, and it's knocked over by Chatfield. Dug up by, that's Rude. Now on the far side, it will be Abby Thielander looking for the kill off the block, and it gets down to make it 9-7. The Tigers with a couple in a row here to now only trail by 2.
She almost looked like she mishit it, but it worked out to her favor. Now the lead is just down to 2, so Rush City now on a roll.
Gar with the serve. It is over. Dug up by McNeese. They'll send it on the near side here. And I don't know how she turned that hit that way, but whatever way she got her hand, Jalen LaPlante, that was, I want to know her secret because that was fun to watch. She does get the kill, by the way. It's 10-7. Chatfield. LaPlante with the serve. That one is a diving dig for Ellie Thielander. Rude to set. Abby Thielander looking for the kill. Diving dig here by Tweeten. Hit back across the net, dug up by Chatfield. Now looking for the kill, blocked again by the Tigers. Pushed over, and
they're saying
so
it was a
whistle.
violation. Yeah, it was a net violation by Chatfield, giving Rush City the point, cutting the lead back down to 2 here in the first set.
That's one of the things that I always wonder if players struggle with is it our whistle? Is it the whistle from across the other court? But it was the whistle here, and I think the Tigers were still playing it, wondering, was it the whistle here? But it was. Served now by Stream is over, just dug up by Chatfield, and just hit over the net. Wow. I think everyone here thought that one was going into the net. Winds up getting over somehow, and Chatfield will lead 11-8.
He had 2 Gophers going for it at the same time.
As now we have Chatfield with the serve. That is Maya Henry. It's over, dug up by the Tigers. Hit back across by Thielander, dug up there by McNeese. Lobbed over, and it's Neeson with the dig to Rude. On the middle, it is Heinz pushing it across, dug up by Chatfield. They'll look for the kill. Nicely dug up by Gar on that far sideline. Abby Thielander pokes it across, and Chatfield got one dig, but then 3 hits, and it is not enough, and it will be Tigers' point, 11-9. They trail by 2.
It's good to see that both teams have seemed to found themselves and gotten the nerves out of their systems.
Which I feel like would be really hard, especially in set 1. You're in a new spot. You're at the Xcel Energy Center. You're at state. I mean, I would feel like for both teams, I would give them credit even if they weren't able to get them out in the first set. But you said it. They're doing a really good job. Is that kill going to be for Chatfield there on that hit? And the ball has decided to take a vacation. It decided to play hide and seek, I guess.
It's a sick of the abuse.
We have seen some hard hits here already.
I've been hit all day.
Harper Goldsmith will now serve for Chatfield as they lead 12-9. It's over, dug up by Stream. Now on the far side, Abby Thielander looks for a kill. It is just long to make it 13-9.
Oh, they're saying it was tipped on the way through.
And that's why we have 2 people on this.
So it's alternating between a 2-point deficit and a 3-point deficit for Rush City.
Yeah, we'll see if they can't make the turnaround here as the serve is over by Thielander. Dug up by Hannah Tweeten. And they'll line it up, tapped over off the palm of the hand. Dug up by Rude. And now on the far side, Gar looks for the kill block. Dug up by Gar, pushed over by Abby Thielander. Good idea, but it was dug up by Chatfield. They'll line it up, blocked at the net. And Chatfield can't get it over. Rush City got the block at the net, and unfortunately Barkeem could not get that one back over.
Yeah, Barkeem with a couple of hits into the net.
As now Abby Thielander will again line it up for the serve. It's over, received by McNeese. Coming right down the middle, blocked at the net. That is Kendra Heinz, and she'll tie this one up at 12 apiece.
So Rush City finding their groove here in the middle section of the first set, tying it up at 12.
Kendra Heinz, she may not get a lot on the stat sheet per match, but man, does she come up big at the right times. This one was hit over, blocked, and then it finds its way to the court. And that's one of those, Adam, where the block kind of doesn't help Rush City in that.
Right, back and forth we go.
Lead now as the serve is over by Bart Keem. It's dug up on the back line by Stream. They'll line it up for Gar. Gar hit into a block, and that is down as the Gophers will get that kill. 14-12.
That front line of Chatfield is really, really good, especially here in the first set.
We talk about teams that are good all around. This Chatfield team seems to be just one of those teams. They've got a pretty veteran group themselves, but pretty good all around, as are really all the teams here at State. Serve is over, dug up by Rush City. It is blocked, and then it hits a couple of shoulders, maybe even a couple of noggins there on Rush City, because that block, came back with a vengeance. It's 15-12, Chatfield.
And just like that, a 3-point lead. Chatfield able to get that big lead in comparison to the rest of the set.
Barkeem's serve is long, and that is something that Rush City maybe does better than most teams is notice when something is going to be long, and they do a very good job of keeping an eye on the ball and where the line is at. They're very aware.
Court awareness.
Ellie T-Lander's in. She'll serve. It's over, dug up by the other libero for the Chatfield Gophers. Hannah Tweetens pushed back across. Tigers now have it. McKenna Gar looks for the kill. Blocked at the net. That helps the Gophers. They'll line it up, and they'll look for the kill. Off the block, it gets down. Both Neeson and Stream were there, but neither of them could keep it alive. It's 16-13 Chatfield.
Yeah, got in between the blocks.
Now back to serve for the Gophers. Hannah Tweeten. She's their libero, wearing the white jersey, maroon letters and numbers. It's over. Autumn Stream looks for the kill, and I would wish anybody luck trying to get that one.
She wound back to get that one.
And if she winds back like that, there's no telling what's going to happen to that ball. It could be deflated. It could just leave. You just never know, because she has so much power behind that swing. But she does get the kill. It's 16-14. Clara Neeson will serve. This is a lob over. It's dug up there by Tweeten to the front of the line, and Chatfield will get it over, and that is going to go long on the hit. 16-15.
So this seems to be a set of mini runs.
Yeah. As now the Tigers pull back within one. Clara Neeson back to serve. The freshman. It is up and over. Dug up there by Barkeem. They'll line it up on this near side. Tapped across. Ellie T-Lander is there, the 8th grader. McKenna Gar on the far side, the senior. Blocked at the net. Gar will hit it back across by Chatfield. Abby T-Lander there. They'll set it up for Rude. Now it's Autumn Stream coming back with one, and it's a kill to tie us at 16 apiece.
That was a really impressive point by the Tigers.
The quick twitch for Rush City there coming in play. Gar, she had to make that kind of reaction, otherwise it wouldn't have come their way. Serve is over, dug up by Chatfield on that far side. They'll line it up off the block. Neeson there in the back line to get the dig. Rude sets for Gar, and it's dug up in the back line by Barkeem. They'll toss it over on the second hit. Dug up by Abby T-Lander. McKenna Gar looks for the kill. Dug up by Tweeten on the back line, and they will tap it over. Neeson on the back line to Rude. Stream off of one, and it's down. Autumn Stream with the kill.
Another kill by Autumn Stream, and it'll force a Chatfield timeout.
We will take a timeout, as we'll be back after word from our fine sponsors on WCMP.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Back here on it, Anthem Country 106.5 FM AM 1350 WCMP. Game Day Gilman, Adam Hefty at the XL Energy Center for this Class 2A state tournament quarterfinal matchup between the Chatfield Gophers and your Rush City Tigers. Tigers now lead 17-16 after having trailed the first part of this set. They finally take a lead 17-16, and as Adam, as we well know, it is dangerous to let them get a lead.
Right, and if you're on the defense against Rush City, you're in a bad spot.
So the Tigers, let's see if they can't come out of this timeout and try and pull away here. Serve is over, dug up by Barkeem. On the near side, looking for the kill. It gets down just past the diving Neeson.
Well, that's how you do it. That's how you beat Rush City. You have to beat them by attacking them. You can't just sit back and let them attack you. You will have no chance.
17 all. Serve here by McNeese is over, dug up by Ellie T-Lander. Rude and Stream will have to chase after that one. She does get it back over the net, though. They'll line it up middle of the net. It's over. Stream with the dig to Gar now. Gar down the sideline. It will be Chatfield point. Looked like that one just missed on that far sideline.
So the Gophers retake the lead, 18-17.
Serve again by McNeese is over. T-Lander once again. That's Ellie T-Lander to Rude. They'll line it up. Stream taps it over. That's Jalen LaPlante there. And from the back line, well long, and that will tie us up at 18 apiece. 18 all as McKenna Gar will be there to serve. As we know, Stream and Gar are the two from last year's team that have experience down here at State, so you got to feel good when the ball is in their hands.
Yeah, they're your senior leaders.
Oh, what? I mean, you got to give credit where it's due.
Yeah.
Jalen LaPlante, that is an all-state hit right there.
I believe that's 9 kills on the night so far. Well, the afternoon, I guess.
She hit that one just over the block, right in front of the back line, and I'm so impressed on that hit. Serve is over, dug up by Ellie T-Lander.
And it hits the pole, yeah. They're saying it hit the pole.
Yeah.
So Chatfield takes a 2-point lead, 20-18. It's a dangerous spot for Rush City right now.
LaPlante will serve. It's a line drive serve dug up by Ellie T-Lander to Rude. Autumn Stream says, well, I'm dangerous myself. 19 now for the Tigers. They trail by 1.
That's exactly what you needed late here in the first set.
Autumn Stream will be back to serve after getting the kill. I believe it's 3 now for her. The serve is over on that far sideline. LaPlante with the dig. They'll line it up here. And blocked at the net, kept alive by Chatfield. Barkeem was there. Barkeem will try to line this one up just over the block, but Abby T-Lander there. Natalie Rude taps it across, and oh my goodness, Chatfield somehow able to get there. They'll line it up back over. Blocked at the net, dug up by Neeson on the back line to Rude. On the far side, it's McKenna Gar. Blocked at the net. She tried to get it off the block, but it winds up just getting past her, and sometimes it's not necessarily that the block attempt was, or the dig attempt was bad. It's just that ball's coming so fast you can't get your hands up in time for the correct dig.
Right, and you're kind of playing defensive there. And Chatfield is really good in the front line.
Maya Henry will serve for Chatfield. Her serve is over. 2 Tigers go after it, but they keep it alive, and Abby T-Lander will just tap this one across. Dug up by Chatfield. Getting this one over, digging it is Stream, Barkeem with the hit, and Abby T-Lander will hit this one back over. Diving dig by LaPlante, kept alive. Barkeem will get it to the back line. Neeson with the dig, Stream, and Gar will hit it across. Dug up that time by Julia Goldsmith. Now on the near side, Barkeem. That is in on the sideline on the near side to make it 22-19, and that will give us a first time out here by the Tigers. While they take one, we'll take one as well. You're listening to State Volleyball on WCMP.
Keep it clean at Maytag Laundry, with locations in North Branch, Pine City, Cambridge, Mora, and Princeton. Whether you have rugs that need cleaning, quilts or comforters, hunting or fishing gear, or just too many baskets full to clean at home, the machines at Maytag Laundry can handle it. Maytag has convenient card readers for payment, so no need for a jar full of coins. When you need to keep it clean, look to the big machines at Maytag Laundry in North Branch, Pine City, Cambridge, Mora, and Princeton.
Back here on WCMP, 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMPradio.com, audio only, because we're at State. 22-19, Chatfield with the lead. I have been pleasantly surprised at how even this one has been here throughout the first.
The way this state tournament seeds itself has really impressed me.
Yeah,
with the volleyball that I've seen.
Now this year, again, is the first year where they're seeding all 8. Last year, only the top 4 were seeded. This year, all 8 are seeded, so This is new seeding anyways this year. Serve is over, dug up by the Tigers. Abby Thielander will, oh, that's an illegal. Well, it's going to wind up being Chatfield point anyway, but that was definitely an illegal hit there by Abby Thielander. She kind of grabbed the ball almost and pushed it into the net, unfortunately. But whether it's a illegal hit or it's just into the net, it is Chatfield point. Serve is over, dug up by Gar, Rude, and Kendra Heinz looks for the kill. Oh, and it's just long. Correct spot, perfect placement, just a little too much juice on it.
Yeah, now Rush City needs to rally if they want this first set.
That ball decided it was done, Adam. It had enough. It has left to the other side.
Can't blame it.
Serve will be here by Maya Henry. It's received in the middle there by Gar. Kendra Heinz, tap across, it's down. And a beautiful job by Kendra Heinz to make a very calm play. It's 24-20. The Tigers get one back. They need 4 in a row to erase set point by Chatfield.
Winner of this one will go on to face the winner of St. Croix Lutheran and Hawley. That's going to a 4th set right now with St. Croix Lutheran up 2-1.
And as we know, Albany is moving on. They're facing, I believe it was Annandale in the second round.
Southwest Christian, I believe. Yeah.
The Southwest Christian got that one as this one is into the net by Natalie Rude, and that will end our first set here with the Gophers taking it 25-20 over the Tigers. So, set 1 belongs to Chatfield. And with that, we will take a commercial break. We hear a word from our fine sponsors, then we'll be back for set number 2 here on Anthem Country WCMP.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
Hey there, sports fans. Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City, and we have a Lee's Crazy Sale going on. It's time to gear up for hockey, basketball, wrestling, or volleyball equipment, as it is all 20% off. That's right, 20% off all your favorite hockey, basketball, wrestling, and volleyball equipment. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, Lee's Pro Shop has everything you need to take your game to the next level. So don't wait. Stop by Lee's Pro Shop today. Save big on your favorite sports equipment. Hurry in for Lee's Crazy Sale. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
Baseball and softball coaches, are you looking for dry, warm practice time?
Here's the Pitch in North Branch can help. Here's the Pitch offers amazing indoor options for your team,
offering state-of-the-art pitching machines and batting cages,
and space for you to give instruction without worrying about the weather outside.
Take your athletes to the next level.
Coach up your team during every season or off-season. Affordable practice space for your ball teams.
Make your reservation today.
Call Here's the Pitch today or visit them on Facebook.
Here's the Pitch in North Branch.
Hey there, it's Realtor Amanda Holland with Realty Group. If you're looking for a winning agent and real estate office, pass us the ball and let's score you a new home. Head to countylinesrealestate.com.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got a quick meal on the go for you. $3 gets you a hot snack or hot dog, chips, and a Polar Pop. $4 for a breakfast sandwich, hash brown, and medium coffee. Or $5 gets you a personal pizza and a 20-ounce Pepsi. Get snacking. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Well, I might be hungry, but I know these two teams are hungry as well to get a set win here in the second as we switch sides. Yes, in the state tournament, you do switch sides. Normally, the regular season, you do not. But at state, that is how you do things. You switch sides. It gets a little bit different at state, as it should, I think.
Yeah, when did they start doing? Because I know they used to switch sides.
Yeah, I think it was.
Was it COVID? Maybe.
I think so.
Okay.
I think that's when
they're like, who cares at this point?
Yeah,
it's like,
right. But for us, it's very interesting because we like to keep track of that stuff. That is some of the random things we like to keep track of. I know as broadcasters, it's some of these changes, the switches, and all that.
And it might be the site changes as well, because both
too.
sides look very different, from the seats
to
the curtain that separates the two courts.
I can't imagine having to switch, and you're getting used to hitting it, seeing a black curtain separating it and seeing, okay, if I hit here or this much, I'll know I'll be in. Now going to, I got green seats that kind of blend together or that go upward, so now where am I supposed to hit it? So all these different changes that you have to worry about, but I think that's all part of being at state, as we know. Tigers, very young. They've got their 2 senior leaders, but again, for Rush City, I know we're not even there yet, but looking at next year, this team is in good hands.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Thielander has created quite the program in Rush City.
As Chatfield will get the serve here to begin the second set. It is over. Diving dig by Autumn Stream, pushed back across by the Tigers. Chatfield will hit it across. Neeson there for the dig. Abby Thielander will look to hit it across. Dug up in the front line, now on the near side. McNeese will hit it over. Gar there for the dig on the near side to Rude. Abby Thielander wants this one, and it is dug up on the back line.
They're calling a
double hit. Again, maybe it's just me, but I struggle to tell which whistle it is.
Yeah.
I can't tell if it's our games or the other games.
I think Rush City kind of dodged a bullet there, because that hit might have been out.
As this serve is over by Chatfield. Oh, what a play there by McNeese, getting it out of her own bench and digging it up, and then blocked at the net on the hit from Thielander. Gar races after it to keep it alive. It'll be Thielander trying again. It's over, dug up by Chatfield. They'll line it up from the middle. It is going to be out, and that will lead 2-0 for Rush City. What a play by McNeese, though, to dig that one up.
Really going after the bench. Wow, that's impressive.
Rude will serve. It's up, and it is over. It's in!
Got that baseline.
Wow, what a serve by... And that's one thing with this Tiger team, Adam, that we know. They will find an ace in nearly every single set, and not just one. It's 2, 3, 4, 5 in a set. And I think they may do that better than a lot of teams. Nearly getting another ace there, but it is pushed over by Chatfield. And, yeah, that's just too tough an angle for Neeson. That one, the set kind of set her right at the antenna. And unless you're a magician, there's no getting that one over.
Yeah, and it kept going further and further back.
So Chatfield will get their first point on the board now. Trinity Barkeem back to serve. It is up and over, dug up by Stream. Rude sets for Neeson. Neeson, beautiful mark on that one, but Chatfield is there. They'll line this one up off a block. Gar's there for the dig. Rude sets. Abby Thielander wants this one right through 2 blocks, but it is dug up by Chatfield. The other way, dug up by Rude, but it's going to be sent out of play into their bench area. Now, Tigers would have definitely got after that, but it winds up right in the lap of one of their players. 3-2 now. Barkeem again serving. Received by Stream. To Rude. Abby Thielander looking for the kill. Just long. Looking for that back corner on the far side. As I like to call it, the 8-ball corner pocket, but that one just missed.
Corner official giveth and the corner official taketh away.
Yes. Barkeem. Serve over. Received by Stream. To Rude. On the near side, Abby Thielander. She's been getting a good look all night, just hasn't been able to find it yet. And blocked at the net, and it's going to go out of bounds. Beautiful block by Rush City, but just goes out of bounds. And that 3-0 run at the beginning of the set has been erased by Chatfield. Now 4-3 they lead.
The libero, Hannah Tweeden, has been really impressive defensively.
Serve is over. Not to cut you off.
Sorry.
No, she has been impressive all night. It has been fun to watch, but serve was over. I want to make sure we got it as that one is hit into the net for, I think the Tigers were questioning kind of why we got the whistle. Gar will kind of get the explanation. So she gets the explanation. They're back. It's 5-3. Chatfield with the lead. Stream with the dig. Rude is there. And getting that one over is Gar. Miscommunication there, Adam, but they did a good job to come back even though there was some miscommunication. Rude will get the dig. Neeson, now Gar. Pushes it over. Dug up by Chatfield. And that one's out. So the hit there on that far side by McNeese is going to go out of bounds. And Rush City gets one back.
Give that point to the Rush City Tigers' ability to recover after being in really tough situations, whether it of their own doing or by Chatfield.
They did a really good job keeping cool, and at the state tournament, that's probably something that you got to do more than people think, is just stay calm. As the hit back by Chatfield's dug up by Gar, hit over by Neeson. They'll look for the kill. Blocked at the net. It's out. Man, oh man, the Tigers have been all over what Chatfield's bringing, but they just have been unable to keep that ball in play. Serve will now be by Hannah Tweeten as it's up and over. 6-4 our score. Tigers trail by 2. Tigers get the dig. Gar looking for the kill. Dug up by Harper Goldsmith on this near side. Right into a block of Heinz. She was just a little too far back from the net on that block attempt.
So now Chatfield up 7-4. 6-1 run for the Gophers right now.
And again, the Tigers have been there all over what Chatfield's bringing. Just have had a few mistakes. Looks like a violation here on Rush City on the lineup, I believe, on how they were set. Yeah, it was how they were set up, so unfortunately that's got to be one that is probably the most irritating, but also one that kind of destroys your mentality, thinking, oh, okay, we're getting back into it, and then you have something like that. So unfortunate. As Stream, though, does get the dig. Gar will come back with a vengeance, and it is in on that far corner.
Gar pointed at the corner.
She said, I want it. Here's where it's going. Kind of like a hitter pointing where he's going to hit the home run. She did it just there. LET Lander is back to serve. The 8th grader serving. It's over. Diving dig there. And blocked at the net. This time it will stay in play. Chatfield has it. They'll look for the kill off the net. The net being the friend there. That one might have been down, but Abby T. Lander will look to come back with one. Blocked at the net, but it's going to get down on Chatfield's side to make it 8-6. Tigers coming back with 2.
Now, granted, Rush City is down 2, but it looks like they're playing a lot better here in the second set than they were in the first set.
Yeah, definitely early on, too. But again, that confidence grew, and I think confidence for this team is key. It did hit that back line. Serve ace by LET Lander.
I love those baseline hits.
Those,
love them.
oh my
love
gosh,
them.
Those are awesome. And again, the Tigers probably do it some of the best in the state. There might not be too many teams that do it better in Class 2A. This one's in again, another ace. That will tie us up at 8 apiece. LET Lander has found a rhythm.
The 8th grader doing some work.
She is going to be a staple for this Rush City team for really her career, as she will serve again. This one dug up by Chatfield. They get the clean dig. Now looking for the kill on the near side. We get a whistle, a violation here on Chatfield, and I didn't quite see the violation. Maybe a double hit.
It was a net violation.
Net violation. Well, we'll take it because the Tigers now get the 9-8 lead. Hey, any way you can get it.
Right.
Serve over, dug up that time by Tweeten. They'll look for the kill. Nice dig there by Abby T. Lander off the net. Ricochet Neeson was there, but unfortunately no one else was there on the other side of her to keep that one alive, so will wind up being a Chatfield point, but great job by the Tigers on that one, but now it goes back to Big Knees for Chatfield. It's over, dug up by Abby T. Lander. Rude sets and Stream will hit this one over. Dug up by Markeem, and that one will be hit over and out of play, and that will give it the point back to Rush City 10-9. Tigers with the lead. They trail 1-0 after having fallen in set 1, 25-20. It's now Clara Neeson back to serve for Rush City. Her serve just over the net, dug up there by Big Niece on the back line. Looking for the kill was LaPlante, but there for the dig was Neeson. Abby T. Lander looking for the kill. Diving dig by Chatfield. Somehow, oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding. You talk about getting a friendly bounce from the net. That net betrayed the Tigers there. That should have not, that had no business getting over, but LaPlante got an absolute gift. Serve is over. Low dig from Gar, but she manages to get it. Autumn Stream. I don't know if she timed her jump or if she did that purposely, but that was a awkward-looking hit.
Yeah, back and forth we go, and Rush City has an 11-10 lead here in the second set, trying to knot things up at 1 set apiece.
It's Gar now to serve. That one is just over the net, dug up by Chatfield, and they managed to get this one over. Gar there for the dig. Stream sets Abby Thielander into a block, but it gets through for the kill to make it 12-10, and that will force a timeout by Chatfield. While they take one, we'll take a short one as well here on WCMP.
When it comes to catering, Dickey's Barbecue in North Branch is always a hit. Graduation parties, family gatherings, employee appreciation meals, even holiday parties. We can do any size party, so we're a great option if you want to take more time to relax this holiday season and pick up your holiday meal instead of spending hours doing it yourself. Ribs, brisket, pulled pork, chicken, and all the fixins. Make life easier and tastier with Dickey's Barbecue in North Branch. Busy holidays. Dickey's, just west of 35 on Highway 95.
Back here on WCMP Anthem Country 106.5 FM AM 1350, and of course audio only at WCMPradio.com. The Tigers lead here in the second set 12-10 over the Chatfield Gophers. As we take a look, the Tigers hitting percentage, Adam, we talked about it, was at just under 9% at about 8.5, up over 10% now. And it seems as they get better, their hitting percentage gets better. And I believe that kind of has a little bit of a correlation here for the Tigers.
Yeah, and 13 assists by Natalie Rude really sticks out as an ace by Rush City.
Another ace there for the Tigers makes it 13-10. And now, ace-wise, that should be their fourth. It is. 4 aces to 1. And right now, you can tell that is part of the difference. That one will sail, but it's going to hit that back corner pocket again to make it 14-10. Make it 5 aces already for the Tigers.
And in a match like this, 4 points is huge.
It really is.
Because it's been close this whole time. Outside of the end of the first set.
Right. Gar again, the serve. Dug up this time by McNeese. They'll set up on the far side. Pushed over, and that is just in. Barkeem with a smart hit there. No one protecting that far sideline for Rush City. Gar was close, but not close enough. 14-11.
Barkeem with a huge point for the Gophers, keeping them in this one.
Maya Henry back to serve. Her serve received by Gar to Rude. Stream looking to come back with a kill, and she does. It is Autumn Stream. Man, she winds that arm back, and it is dangerous for the other side. That is a kill for her, 15-11. Speaking of, she'll go back to serve. You know, Lydia Bankston was kind of that player for Rush City last year, and Autumn Stream has done a phenomenal job stepping into that role. The serve is over, dug up by Chatfield, hit back across by the Gophers. Abby Thielander looks for the kill, and it is in! Abby Thielander, what an accurate hit there. And there's their head coach Thielander coming to give his team some words of encouragement while they're playing just awfully well here in the second set.
Lights out here in the middle section of the second set.
Autumn Stream serve over, dug up that time by Hannah Tweeten. They'll line it up on that far side. Stream is there, though, for the dig. Rude sets. Abby Thielander looking for the kill. Dug up on the back line by Chatfield. They'll look to get it over. Neeson's there in the middle for the dig. Gar coming from the back line looking for the kill. Just dug up on the dive by Tweeten looking for the kill. That is long! And it will be another point for the Tigers, 17-11.
You quickly look at the officials to see if it was hipped on the way through, because it was close.
It was, but Rush City knew they had not touched it. Stream will ready her serve. It's up and over, dug up by Chatfield. They'll look for the kill. Yeah, there's not much you can do on that. Barkeem had that one just easily led to her, and she was well over the ball and over the net, and that's just an easy slap down.
Yeah, Barkeem with the easiest kill of the night, cutting the lead to 5.
So this time it will be Harper Goldsmith to serve the other side. St. Croix Lutheran and Hawley headed into their 4th set, deep into their 4th set, could be going to 5, as in ours. It's Abby Thielander looking for the kill, dug up by Chatfield, hit back across. Rude is there for the dig. Stream wanted to set, instead it's Gar, and then Abby Thielander comes back looking for the kill. Nice dig, though, by Chatfield. They'll keep it alive. Stream there for the dig. Rude sets for Thielander. That one is dug up and hit. Oh, my goodness, nearly into the boards. The diving attempt there by Hannah Tweeten sends it into the green seats here at the XL Energy Center, out of play, so it will be the Tigers' point, 18-12.
Have to appreciate the hustle, though.
You got to love it. She nearly went into the boards. We almost saw a check in volleyball. Natalie Rude back to serve, and Adam, we know late in sets when she's back to serve, this is usually how they close it out. But the hit into the block by Chatfield is going to send it out of play because the Tigers just were not close enough to the net on that block attempt. So Trinity Barkeen, guard, dig, Rude, set. Abby T-Lander runs up on it, blocked at the net. Kept alive by T-Lander, hit across by Gar, and it's just long.
It was a good idea. It was the right idea, but just a little wide.
That was a perfect spot for that one, but yeah, just too much juice. Serve again, Barkeem. Received here by Gar. Rude, Gar, and it's dug up by Barkeem on the back line. On the near side, they'll set it on the far side. Oh.
And a violation.
Double hit. No net violation, apparently, and
yeah, the 6-point lead has now been cut to 3.
18-15. And timeout here by Rush City. They just want to kind of gather their thoughts and regain that momentum. So while they take a timeout, we'll take one as well. You're listening to State Tournament Volleyball here on Anthem Country WCMP.
Need reliable energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
Back here on Anthem Country, Game Day Gilman, Adam Hefty here at the XL Energy Center for this State Class 2A quarterfinal matchup. As both teams get back out onto the court after the timeout called there by Rush City. Both teams have one timeout left, as the winner of this one will play the winner across from us between Hawley and St. Croix Lutheran Academy. Serving is Barkeem for the Gophers. Serve over, dug up by Stream in the back line. Rude and Gar at the middle. Blocked at the net, but it gets down on the Chatfield side to make it 19-15. And that is exactly what you're looking for if you're head coach T-Lander out of a timeout.
Rush City got away with one there because that block, if done correct, if she was closer to the net, would have been big trouble for Rush City.
T-Lander serve is actually going to go out here, so Abby T-Lander a little bit of a mistake on that serve, making it 19-16. But they still lead here.
Trying to take that near side sideline.
And to be fair, I think that was the right move. Chatfield has not guarded that sideline when they're defending the serve super well, as now Neeson will hit it across after they got the dig. This one tapped across. Neeson there for the diving dig. Abby T-Lander, the set, and Rude will just dump this one back across. Dug up by Tweeten. They'll line it up, and that is out. Yeah, that hit the net and then went out. I think Chatfield thought that it was tipped, but it was not. Rush City really nowhere close on that one because it hit the net. So it'll be 2016. Not the year, but the score. Ellie T-Lander serve. Tweeten there for the dig. They'll line it up now and blocked at the net. Nice block. Gophers can't get it over. They hit the net twice. It falls on the Gophers side. It's 21-16 Tigers.
Playing a little bit close to the net as Chatfield is forced to take another timeout.
We'll keep it here as that will be the last timeout Chatfield is able to use here in this second set. Late in the set, 21-16, Tigers with the lead. And Adam, this, we're used to seeing this from Rush City. Late in sets when they have a lead, more times than not they're able to finish off the set. But this is the state tournament. This is a little bit different than regular season or playoffs. So what does Rush City need to do here to get the last 4 points?
They just have to remember who they are and just keep doing what they're doing, because if you think too much about it, that's when you start second guessing and you get yourself in really tough situations.
As they will use the full length of this timeout with the Tigers just to talk amongst themselves, keep that confidence, and so far so good for them.
Chatfield taking the first set 25-20, so Rush City trying to knot things up.
Out of the timeout, Ellie Thielander there. She will serve. Again, only an 8th grader.
Terrific experience for these young players.
It really is, and that's why I know I hate to mention it so soon, but, man, they're going to have a lot of fun next year as well. And this one is hit over the net. 2 Tigers got the, it was a good block, but unfortunately just no one behind them. So it will wind up being a Chatfield point, 21-17. Now serving is Cora McNeese. That serve is over, and 2 Tigers go after. You got the sisters who are having a little bit of an argument on the court there as to who should have gone after it. 21-18. Gotta love it. Sisterly love.
So an ace by Chatfield will cut the lead back down to 3.
Serve by McNeese. This time, Abby Thielander there. Rude sets Stream into the nets. Yeah, that one you could just tell. Stream didn't have that one lined up the best, and unfortunately she hits it into the net. 19. It was 18. Now it's 19. McNeese another serve, lobbed over. Ellie Thielander with the dig. Rude sets, and Gar will come back looking for the kill. Dug up by McNeese, and they'll line up in the middle, and that is going to get through. Natalie Rude upset with herself on that one because she knew that was her. She knew she had it. It probably would have been a clean dig, but just couldn't get a hand on it.
And just like that, the lead is cut down to 1.
So here's McNeese again, and I'm sure if Chatfield's able to tie it up, we'll see a Tiger timeout, and that's going to be an ace, and here comes the timeout, I do believe. No. Give credit to Thielander. He has talked about this. He will let his girls play through a lot because we've seen it before. Sometimes they don't need a timeout. Sometimes a timeout is worse for this team. So I like the fact that he's letting them play through it because Gar trying to come back with the kill blocked at the net by Chatfield. The line up on the far side. Rude there for the dig. Sends it to Ellie Thielander. Gar will line it up. Looking for the back line. Dug up by Chatfield. And that should be Tiger point. I think they're saying it was off the block. So we'll see. Off the block, it hit the pole, I think. So I think it should be Chatfield I don't
point.
think Tigers hit it, though, is the thing. I think it went off the net and hit it. I don't think the Tigers touched it. I think it's it should be Tiger point, so we'll see. They're going to have a conversation here.
When I see these conversations, I'm just thinking it's going to be a jump ball.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
right.
It's usually just a replay.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, from what I saw, though, live, Tigers did not touch it.
It's such a bang play.
It is, and man, I obviously I'm biased for Rush City, but watching that one live, it looked pretty clear the Tigers didn't have a hand on it. So I think, yeah, there we go. It will be Tiger point. And that's the right call.
But now Rush City has to do something with it. They let Chatfield back into it. Now can they finish this off?
And that's a really good point because now you get that to go your way. You have to capitalize on that. You can't let Chatfield score off of this. Even if Rush City scores one and then Chatfield get one, that is still a win for Rush City. You have to get the point off of this. Serve is over, dug up by Chatfield on the back line. They're going to look for the kill. Dug up by Gar, and she'll look to get it back across the net. She does. Dug up by Chatfield. The lineup on the far side looking for the kill. Did that? Oh, it was just tipped by the Tigers. Give credit to the Tigers. They almost had that one, but Chatfield able to find a way through to tie back up at 22.
Such a clean possession there by Chatfield. Just getting whatever they want, really able to get into their offensive set.
LaPlante will serve. It's over. Dug up by Gar to Rude. Stream. Good hit, but it's dug up and pushed back across the net. Gar, Rude, lining it up for Stream again, but set there a little bit off. She'll just tap it across. And now tapped across by the Gophers, and it does get down. Dug up initially, but no one there after that, and Chatfield takes their first lead since a while, since the beginning of this one, 23-22, and now we'll see a timeout by Rush City. You know what, we'll keep it here. We'll keep it here because I think this is interesting to talk about. Rush City certainly, it doesn't feel like Chatfield definitely has momentum swung in their favor necessarily. It does feel like Rush City still has a good amount going their way. It's just they need to clean it up a little bit, I think.
I'm reluctant to say lucky that Chatfield is, because they're really working out there to make these things happen. But, I mean, they're fortunate with how the ball has been bouncing here in this second set, keeping them into it, and they're doing something with it. That's a sign of a good team. Sometimes you do get the lucky break.
Yeah.
You just have to do something with it, and that's what Chatfield is doing right now.
And again, Rush City has been playing really well here in this second set. And they were at one point dominant, but that's what you need to see from Rush City. Can they get back to that dominant point where they were leading by more than 4 at one point? Their largest lead was 5, 16-11, so let's see if they can do it. Jalen LaPlante will serve. Gar there for the dig. Rude sets. Stream, she wants one, she gets it! Tied at 23. And if Stream is able to square one up like that, there's no chance.
We talk about easy kills, and that is one of them.
So now Gar will be back to serve for the Tigers after they've tied it up at 23 apiece. Serve just over the net. Chatfield there. And they get it back across. Gar is there for the dig. Set by Rude. Stream taps it over. Dug up by Chatfield on the far side. They'll look for the hit. Blocked at the net. Ellie, nope, it's going to be Rude with the dig. And they'll set it up for Abby Thielander. Hits it long.
They're saying it was tipped on the
Yeah,
right
that's
through.
what I thought. You could hear it almost, Adam. I thought I heard the tip there as it went through, and it's going to be 24-23. Tigers with a chance to finish it off.
So set point here for the Tigers to hopefully knot it up if you're Rush City.
Gar, serve, over. Ooh, not the cleanest of dig, but they'll get it, and they'll hit it across. It's into the net, the curtain, rather. And
So-
that will even us up at 24.
Extra volleyball here in the second set. Some free volleyball.
Yes. Second set tied at 24. Tigers trail 1-0. As over to serve for the Gophers is Maya Henry. She'll line up on that far side. This one's not going to get over. 25-24, and the Tigers were gifted one.
Yeah, Rush City now has the advantage.
So here we go. Autumn Stream is back to serve. Serve over. Line drive serve dug up. Chatfield will line up on the far side. Dug up by Neeson. Back to the net. Into the net, and the Tigers win set 2. 26-24.
It was a decent idea. I know what she was thinking about, but just a little bit too aggressive on that hit back.
And the Tigers will even this up at 1 set apiece. We'll take commercial break, and when we come back, we'll be ready for the third set here in this Class 2A state tournament quarterfinal matchup here on Anthem Country WCMP.
Need a roof repair or a home makeover? Up Top Construction in Rush City has been beautifying Minnesota homes for over 33 years. We're trusted by insurance companies and backed by the Better Business Bureau with an A+ rating. As a proud supporter of Habitat for Humanity, we're committed to building strong communities. Call Up Top Construction today for a free, no-obligation storm damage inspection and estimate at 763-422-8785. Up Top Construction, your trusted partner for home improvement.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Rush City Auto invites you to come on in and check out their full lot of quality used vehicles. They got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto wants to get you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit them online at rushcityauto.com and make sure you like Rush City Auto on Facebook to stay up to date with their inventory. Rush City Auto, quality used vehicles.
rushcityauto.com.
All about caring is caring for you. Caring for people, it's what we do.
All About Caring combines small community values with world-class care. We're hiring in your area with flexible schedules and competitive wages. We're keeping people safe and comfortable in their home and community. Find us on Google or Facebook today.
All about caring is caring for you. Caring for people, it's what we do. All about caring is caring for you. Caring for people, it's what we do.
Back here on WCMP, we want to give a huge shout out to all of our fine sponsors. If they don't sponsor us, we're not able to be out here at the XL Energy Center bringing you state tournament volleyball. So we appreciate all of the fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast that we do. Of course, not just the state tournament, but Adam, believe it or not, we've got winter sports happening today. Pine City girls are at Chisago Lakes here tonight.
Ooh.
I really can't believe the winter sports are here already. I can't. But we'll be broadcasting hockey and basketball here coming up soon, Adam. I know we're excited for that. We've got some really good local teams this year who had some turnover from last year, but they look to, young talent sometimes can surprise you.
Yeah, and it's fun to see these teams get better and better throughout the years.
But we've got state tournament volleyball to worry about first before we think about basketball or hockey.
Because this is fun.
This is a good one. I think these two teams are well matched up. You got the
this
Tigers.
This whole AA set is very well.
Well, and we've been
set
talking
up.
about the match going across from us. That's into the fifth set now. Albany and New London Spicer went to 4, probably should have went 5.
Yeah.
And then the only one that was really a blowout was Annandale losing to Southwest Christian. Serve is over here from the Tigers. It is dug up off the dive, and it is going to go over. Dug up by the Tigers' Gar, but that hit will send it out of bounds, so it will be the Gophers scoring first. Back to serve for Chatfield, Harper Goldsmith. Her serve up and over. Dug up by Stream. Rude sets, and Gar from the back line. Dug up there by Tweeten. On the far side, hit, dug up by Rude. On the net, and unable to get that one. The Tigers got some sort of dig. They looked like they were doing some juggling act. But it does get down. Chatfield leads 2-0.
So Chatfield up early.
Again, Harper Goldsmith will serve. It's received by Stream. To the net and over and out of bounds. And unfortunately, the dig will send it out of play. So that will make it 3-0 Chatfield.
The returns by Rush City have been a little suspect here in the third set.
Yeah, they have not been the cleanest, so they'll have to fix that on the fly. Goldsmith's serve is over again. Gar there for the dig that time, and Abby Thielander looks to come back with one, but just long, and that'll make it 4-0.
Nope, they're saying it was tipped on the way through.
Wow. So 3-1, and on that other side, that one's into the fifth set. That one's back and forth as well.
Between Holly and St. Croix Lutheran.
So we had a ball, that last ball took a vacation, Adam.
It deserved it. It deserved it.
Yeah, it really does. They've been hit
rest,
hard all afternoon. It will be Abby Thielander to serve for Rush City. This is going to go long.
Trying for that baseline. It failed her this time, though.
Unfortunately, that one did float a little too far. Now it's Trinity Barkeem to serve. That's over. Dug up by the Tigers. Rude, there to set. Gar will hit it across. Dug up by Barkeem. Hit back across. Thielander there. Hit over by Heinz, and it's hit out of bounds. And that's one for Heinz where she'll look to head coach Thielander, and he'll tell her, hey, next time let's try and make it, let's find ourselves on the court a little bit sooner.
Yeah, don't try to do too much.
Barkeem will serve. Dug up on that back line by Gar to Stream, and Gar will hit it across. Diving dig there made by Tweeten and hit over. Rude with the dig, and Abby Thielander will hit it across. I don't know that one. We can't really tell, Adam, but that one looked like Rude may have been able to let that one go as a kill is here by Chatfield to make it 6-1.
So now Rush City in a bad spot here in the third set.
Yeah, they trail 6-1. But the fun thing about being behind are the comebacks, Adam.
Get this Tiger faithful back into it.
Barkeem serve long. And it starts with that.
And
6-2.
It's funny in volleyball when the points go that way, it becomes much closer, it seems like. Now it's just 4 points. We've seen Rush City score 4 straight points many times.
Ellie Thielander will look to get that run going. That will not do it. It's good and right spot for that one. Again, just too much on it.
Trying to hit that baseline again.
And to be fair, there was no one back there for Chatfield, so had it hit, that would have been a clean ace. Hannah Tweeten will serve. Left-handed serve over, dug up by Ellie T-Lander and hit back across by Stream. Dug up on the far side by Bicnice. The lineup in the middle for Barkeem. Dug up by Rude on the dive to Abby T-Lander. Neeson hits it into the net, and that will make it 8-2. That'll be 4 hits for Tigers, and timeout called here by Rush City. While they take one, we'll take one as well. You're listening to State Tournament Volleyball on WCMP.
Hit it there, bring her here. Burt's Auto Body, located on I-35 in the Harris exit. Look us up, burtsautobodymn.com. Hit it there, bring her here.
30, go.
31 for 2. Ha! Cribbage League starts December 4th, but you got to sign up by November 20th. It's a 2-person team format every Wednesday night at 7. Get signed up for the Cribbage League at Bull Rush. More than just a great golf course. Rib Night is back. Get to Bull Rush Friday nights for half-rack rib meals, just $16. Dynamite ribs every Friday for just $16 a half rack. Bull Rush in Rush City. More than just a great golf course.
Back here on WCMP, out of the timeout, 8-2. Tigers trail on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Chatfield's Tweeten to serve. Well, we got just a moment. Don't forget, our Big Buck contest is back. Send us a picture of your big buck, and Rock Crusher will be giving away a nice firearm to the winner. The winner will be randomly drawn November 30th. Serve is over, hit back across by the Tigers. Chatfield has it. They'll look to line it up off the block. It's dug up by T-Lander on that far side. Rue will send it to Neeson. Neeson hits into a block, but it gets down, and the Tigers get one back. It's 8-3.
And that's how you start a comeback, is just 1 point at a time.
So the Tigers trail by 5. Clara Neeson will serve. It's up and over. Dug up there by McNeese. That is, ooh.
They got that sideline.
Wow, I was about to call it out, but a nice hit there to get the kill, and it's now 9-3.
Barkeem has been doing really well as a hitter here tonight.
McNeese will serve for the Gophers. Up and received by Ellie T-Lander on the back line. Rude to set. Gar will look for the kill. Hits into a block, though, to make it 10-3.
Yeah, and just like that, Chatfield up by a touchdown.
And for Rush City here, I think at this point it's a little, it's easier said than done, but it's more, hey, let's not hit into blocks if we can. That one was through a block, but then at the net, that'll be 3 hits and 4.
Yep.
So Chatfield will get 4 hits, and now that will make it 10-4.
That ball was thinking about which side it wanted to go on.
It was. It wanted to give the Tigers a break, though. Kennegar will serve, and her serve is over, dug up by Tweeten. Looking for the kill, and that is...
And they got that baseline. Chatfield doing their best Rush City impression.
11-4. Back to serve now, Jalen LaPlante. Serve over, dug up by the Tigers on the back line. Gar. Abby T-Lander looking for the kill. Just long.
I thought it was going to be well strong, but as it died towards the end, there was just a little bit of blue between the line and the ball. Oh, hey, she found another ball.
That one was hiding. So LaPlante will serve again. This one's just over the net, dug up by Ellie T-Lander to Rude and Stream. Oh, what a dig there for Chatfield, but the Tigers will get it set once again. Abby T-Lander through a block. It is dug up by Chatfield. Barkeem looked for the kill, but it is blocked at the net by Autumn Stream, and she'll block it back across to make it 12-5. Tigers have done a good job of getting those, but one at a time, and that's not going to help you get back into this one. They need to get a run going.
And this is the time for it.
Autumn Stream. Serve is over. Dug up by LaPlante. Hit back across. Dug up on the back line by Neeson. Rude sets to Abby T-Lander. Blocked at the net. Dug up on the slide, and now looking across the net, dug up again by the Tigers. Rude will push it across. Again, double hit.
Yeah.
Make it 13-5. Back to serve now is Maya Henry.
So now Rush City trading points with Chatfield. Is not going to do it.
Serve by Henry is over. Diving dig there by Gar. Hit back over by Rude on the second hit. Chatfield will line it up. Barkeem hits into a block, but again, Tigers just not close enough on that block to make it 14-5. And the Tigers are going to have to find something, and they're going to have to find it now.
Yeah, tied at one set apiece. Chatfield winning the first one, 25-20. Rush City winning the second one, 26-24.
Serve is over, dug up by the Tigers. Rude, and Abby Thielander looks for the kill, and she'll get the kill. Make it 14-6.
Kylan Schroeder in for the Gophers.
St. Croix Lutheran has the lead in set 5 over there with 1 point left, as Chatfield will get the dig on the Tigers serve. It's dug up and hit across by Abby Thielander. Diving dig, push back over by Heinz. That's a smart play by her, and then hit into a block. Heinz can't get the dig, and it will make it 15-6.
Nothing going right for Rush City here in the third set. They're making the right moves, but Chatfield just countering very well.
Got to clean it up just a little bit. Gar with the dig to Rude. Neeson over. Good dig there by the Gophers. This one hit over by Barkeem, dug up by the Tigers, and not going to get there, and the Tigers will get one. Abby Thielander will get credit for that one. Make it 15-7.
The reception by Christy Rindles, coach for Chatfield.
Abby Thielander will serve for Rush City. It's over. Received there by LaPlante. On that far side, Barkeem dug up by Stream, and then hit back across by Thielander. Nice job by the Tigers. That one is in. Yep.
Yeah, got that baseline. And Chatfield content with going back and forth with Rush City.
And Holly has defeated St. Croix Lutheran in the fifth set, 15-13. So Holly will be the winner, and the winner of this game will face off against Holly. That serve is long there by Barkeem, so now it makes it 16-8. So again, Rush City has been able to get one back at a time, but they've got to find a way to go on a run and cut the rhythm that Chatfield is in. Diving dig, and it's going to send it out of play. So for the first time here in this set, the Tigers have gotten 2 points in a row. Now maybe they can get something going. Down by 7.
Yeah, you don't need to get all 7 here in this run, but you do need to get closer.
Serve here by Ellie Thielander's over, dug up by Chatfield, tapped across. Neeson is there for the dig at the front of the net. They'll set it up for Neeson again, but to the back line, Barkeem is there for the dig. They'll set it up here and dug up on the back line by Abby Thielander. Rude sets Neeson. Will hit it back across Barkeem for the Gophers. And this one's hit over. Dug up by Rude to Abby Thielander and Neeson. Nice job getting that one back over the net. Tapped over, dug up by Gar, and I don't think she knew Abby Thielander was coming up right behind her, otherwise she would have let that one go, because had Gar let that one go, it would have been a dig for Thielander, and Gar might have been getting the set, and then we could have had it set up for somebody else. So unfortunately, just unaware of where her teammate was. Serve over to Abby Thielander for the dig, but sends it right to the court.
Yeah,
18-9.
The serve caught her.
Yeah. Hannah Tweeton serving for Chatfield. Serve is over. Ellie Thielander there for the dig. Abby Thielander out of play. And Tigers might need a timeout here.
Yeah, they're playing a little uncharacteristic.
Yep. Well, the Tigers will call timeout. While they take one, we'll take one as well here on WCMP.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Back here on WCMP. Don't forget the Oak Ridge boys. Listen to Joshua Miron this week during Cool Country Morning Show for a chance to win tickets to the Oak Ridge Boys coming up Friday the 15th. Courtesy of Marge's Pub and Grub in Brook Park. They've got breakfast. Great breakfast, too.
Elvira. You're welcome, everybody.
19. The Tigers will look to receive this serve. It is Thielander, Abby Thielander with the dig. Hit by Stream, blocked by the Gophers, and dug up by the Tigers. And they'll hit it back across to get a point back to make it 19-10. And unfortunately, we sound like broken records, Adam, but they got to get on a run here.
They do, especially here later on in the third set.
So hopefully those changes at the timeout will be enough to get them on this run. Neeson with the serve over. It's dug up by Chatfield, hit over. Abby Thielander with the one-handed dig. It looked awkward, but she got it. And it's hit back across. Chatfield will receive it and into a block. Dug up by Stream and hit into the net. It gets down on the third hit, so 20-10. And right now for Rush City, it's been some of the mistakes, but Chatfield just playing really well, too.
Yeah, absolutely. They have some great hitters on the.
That was
definitely
definitely
on the way through.
tipped.
Yeah. Yeah, they have some good hitters there in the front row, keeping Rush City at an arm's length here in the third set.
So the Tigers Stream will get the kill off the block at the net. It's going to be Gar to serve now, 20-11. They trail. It's over, dug up by Chatfield. They'll line it up at the net, blocked at the net. Stream will get a piece of the block and then hit it back across. Barkeem will look for the kill. Nice dig there by Neeson. They've got this one set up for Stream, but it's dug up. Didn't get the cleanest of hits on that one. Oh, Ellie Thielander got it, and Gar gets it back across! What a... Wow. And then it's down. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Wow.
What an athletic play by the Tigers, but a good job of Chatfield staying composed and keeping the ball in play.
You know, Chatfield is going to get the point, but for Rush City, you've got to use that as momentum. My goodness, what a play. Service over, dug up by Ellie Thielander to Abby Thielander. Gar going to hit it back across the net, and they'll look for the kill. Neeson was there, but it's going to make it. I think we got a net violation here on the Tigers, which makes it 22-11.
It's moot because it would have been a kill regardless.
LaPlante back to serve for Chatfield.
Doubling up Rush City here in the third set, 22-11.
It's over, dug up by Gar. Rude, Stream, didn't get the set she was hoping for, so she just taps it across. Barkeem with the kill attempt, but dug up by Rush City. Now Abby Thielander off the block and down for the kill. 22-12.
So Rush City not quite dead yet here in the third set.
I don't think you can ever count them out.
No.
Autumn Stream readies her serve. Up and over. It's dug up here by Tweeton. And looking for the kill. Oh, just in front of Neeson. Neeson was there, but I think she was a little bit confused because I think she thought her teammate at the front of the net was going to get the block, but then when she didn't, she had to make a quick reaction, and it was just too late, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's coming at you so quickly.
So again, it's going to be Maya Henry to serve for Chatfield. It's up and it is over. Stream is there. Rude. Thielander. Dug up by McNeese. Looking for Barkeem. Dug up by Neeson on the back line and into the bench area. That'll make it set point. Gophers 24-12. Well, here for Rush City, maybe it's just one of those sets where you just kind of reset afterwards.
Right.
Well, there's still a chance, though. 12 points is a lot, but we've seen it happen before, and that will do it. So 25-12 will be the set 3 victory for the Gophers. as they will take a 2-1 set lead. So we will take commercial break, hear a word from our fine sponsors, and then when we come back, we'll have that third set ready, or excuse me, the fourth set that is ready for you when we return after a word from our fine sponsors here on Anthem Country, WCMP.
Hey, it's Lizzie Krieger with Realty Group. Thank you so much, Pine County, for voting me Best Real Estate Agent of 2024. For all your real estate needs, head to countylinesrealestate.com.
Check out the new formal dress shop in Hinckley, Dresses Ever After. Formal dresses for rent or purchase. Sizes from 0 to 26 with over 300 dresses in stock and new dresses coming every week. Perfect for prom, pageants, weddings, and more. Most of our dresses rent for about $60 and dresses sell significantly under retail, averaging $150. Get a jump on the upcoming prom season. Find Dresses Ever After on Instagram, Facebook, and at dressesEverAfter.com.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsand, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Give the holiday gift of the movies, Grand Cinema. Holiday gift cards now available. Perfect for a stocking stuffer, for an exchange gift, the sound, the hottest actors on the big screen, and those Grand Cinema fresh pizzas, appetizers, and of course the popcorn. Grab holiday gift cards now.
Thank you all for coming to this special occasion.
And receive free movie passes with qualifying gift card purchases. Buy gift cards in person or at grandcinemaonline.com.
And here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch. The premier indoor batting cages in North Branch. Whether you're trying to make the team or take the team to the next level, Here's the Pitch has state-of-the-art pitching machines for both baseball and fast-pitch softball. $35 gets you cage time with your own pitcher. $40 gets you cage time using one of their top-tier pitching machines. Screens, plates, helmets, they've got the equipment, you provide the batter. Find Here's the Pitch on Facebook or visit here'sthepitchmn.com. here'sthepitchmn.com. Back here on WCMP, Anthem Country 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMPradio.com. Live audio only due to the state tournament restrictions, of course. Well, we're here. I'm in Game Day Gilman. Adam Hefty has joined me, and the Tigers trail 2-1 now at the Class 2A quarterfinal against Chatfield. But, you know, the first two sets were pretty darn even, Adam.
They were. The first set ended up 25-20, but it was pretty even the whole way through. Good thing for Rush City, you don't have to catch up to them in total points. You just have to win the set. So losing that third set 25-12, that only counts for one.
You're right, exactly. So for the Tigers, you look at that one, you reset, you come back out here, it is a brand new game. And you got to win this one to continue and have a chance at set 5 and have a chance at staying in the winner's bracket. Otherwise, if they were to lose, they would go on to play in the consolation bracket tomorrow at 7 p.m., of course, against St. Croix Lutheran Academy. St. Croix Lutheran on the season only had one loss coming into tonight, so they'll play, again, the loser of this one will play them at 7 p.m. tomorrow. The winner will play, again, at 7 p.m., but against Albany.
We'll have that
either
way.
Albany, Holly, but yes, we will. Serve here by Chatfield is over, dug up by Stream. Gar will tap this one across. Chatfield racing after it. They're able to get there in time, and just getting it over the net. Rude is there. And Abby Thielander threw a block, dug up by Chatfield. They'll line it up on the near side here for the kill, but Neeson is there for the dig. Abby Thielander wants it once again. It's dug backwards, but Chatfield keeps it in play. Gar with the dig now on the back line to Rude. Abby Thielander nearly gets the kill, but it's kept alive by Chatfield. Off a block, it's Neeson to Rude. Abby Thielander, why not again? Off a block again. Chatfield has it still, and I think we got a quick whistle. I think we got too quick of a whistle there.
So they're saying it hit the floor. It was a great point. That was really fun to watch because that point, nobody did anything wrong.
No, not at all.
On either team.
Serve is over here. Stream with the dig into the scorer's table, unfortunately, with the dig to make it 2-0.
So Chatfield takes a quick 2-0 lead. The team that got the first points ended up winning all 3 sets, I believe.
Yeah. It is Harper Goldsmith with the serve. Dug up there by Stream, and Gar hit this one over. Dug up by Chatfield now on the far side looking for the kill off the block. Stream is there for the dig. Rude sets for Abby Thielander. Over and dug up on the back line by Tweeten. We'll set it up at the middle. It's long, and it will make it 2-1. So the Tigers get one back there off the long hit by Chatfield, and it will be Natalie Rude back to serve. Again, she is very, very talented serving. It is up and received on the back line by LaPlante. Into a block, and Abby Thielander is there for the kill and the block.
Just like that, tied at 2 apiece. So Rush City trying to force a game 5.
And again, I've been really impressed with Rush City, how in this state tournament they lost the first one, they lost that third one. You can't tell, though.
No, they're staying in it.
That's going to hit the net, nearly the friendly net, but keeps it alive for Chatfield. And Stream off the kill attempt from the Gophers. Not able to get there in time. Makes it 3-2. But yeah, for the Tigers, I've been really impressed. They aren't hanging their heads after losing a set like that. They're right back in it. Serve is over here by Chatfield, dug up by Gar, lining it up. Abby Thielander, she gets that sideline on the near side. And man, it seems like whoever has this side of the court on our right is getting those sideline kills on the opposite side.
We poo-pooed the sidelines. Maybe it means something.
Abby Thielander into the nets with that serve. And
as I say that,
yeah, right.
Jeez, Adam.
The old announcer's jinx there. So now to serve for the Gophers is Hannah Tweeten. Her serve is over, and it's going to go backwards there. Not a clean dig for Stream. So just got to race that one and move forward.
Chatfield takes a 2-point lead, 5-3 here in the 4th set.
And obviously every point is important here, Adam, but early on I think you're okay with trailing a little bit. You're not as worried as you would be later on.
Well, you just have to stay within the margin of error.
Chatfield back and forth here off a block. Tigers get the dig. It's Rude now setting for Gar into the net.
That front line of Chatfield is so impressive. Dick Neese and Schroeder on the block there. Just a wall.
So Hannah Tweeten will serve again. It is received here by Stream to Rude. Setting it up for Neeson off the block. Heinz there for the dig. Rude sets. Gar will hit it across. Dug up by Chatfield, my goodness. And they get it back across. Stream there for the dig. Rude sets, and Abby Thielander hits it long.
It was a good athletic move by Rude, keeping it in play but not going under the net. So now Chatfield with a 4-point lead, 7-3 here in the 4th set.
Tweeten readying her serve. Up and over. Abby Thielander there for the dig to Rude. McKenna Gar with, it's
one is
be
saying
long.
True, one is saying not true. They're saying it's out.
I would have liked to seen this judge on our side argue it a little bit because he immediately said it was in.
Or go to the replay.
Yeah, right. Well, our Rush City Auto replay that we unfortunately cannot have, but thanks to Rush City Auto for sponsoring that anyways. And now Stream, not a clean dig off the serve, and all of a sudden the mistakes for Rush City are piling up.
Yeah, now a 9-3 lead, and that lead is opening up once again for Chatfield.
Serve here is over, dug up by Abby Thielander to Rude. McKenna Gar lightly tapped across, and Heinz tries to shove it back down, unfortunately dug up by Chatfield. Hit across. Was that not on the other side of the antenna somehow? Well, they're going to say it's kept alive, and oh man, I think they missed a call on that far side. Now again, I am blind, so that take credit away from me, but that did not look like it was on the right side of the antenna. Either way. But again, I am blind, so Service ace here by Hannah Tweeten. Tigers need a timeout desperately, I think, here. If not now, maybe the next one if they give up another point. And we should give them more credit. Maybe they won't give up another point. Maybe they go on a 22-point run. But we will see a timeout here by Rush City. While they take one, we'll take a 30-second break on WCMP.
Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City. We're a full-service lettering shop with a full line of athletic supplies for any sport. We have professional staff here at Lee's Pro Shop to customize your orders. We are the pros who specialize in athletic apparel and equipment. We even do trophies and awards as well as computerized engraving in the store. Let Lee's Pro Shop help you with any athletic apparel. Lee's Pro Shop, servicing our communities since 1973, where the passion for sports begins.
All the passion for sports begins there and begins with us too. We're here calling this one at the state tournament at the XL Energy Center here. Class 2A quarterfinal matchup. Rush City, Chatfield going at it. Rush City trails 2-1. Trails here in the fourth set, 11-3. The Tigers hopefully can come out of this timeout and just swing momentum in their favor.
They need it. They need to get a few points in a row.
This serve is long, so hey, why not? I always think, though, Adam, if you can get a point right after the timeout, that tends to lead to a little bit more momentum swinging your way.
And I've always wondered if a timeout really affects the server with just being calibrated.
Ellie Thielander will serve for the Tigers. Blocked at the net by Stream. Not
a violation on Chatfield.
Yeah, not real sure of the call, but I think they said maybe that Chatfield went over and across the net.
So a couple points in a row for Rush City.
Now, you laughed at the 22-point run, but this is how it starts. Service over by Ellie Thielander. Dug up by Chatfield. Blocked at the net. It gets it to Neeson. To Rude, who sets for Gar. And Gar just out on that
There goes your
sideline.
22-point run idea.
So 12-5 now. Chatfield leads. I like the spot there by Gar just out a little bit. It's going to be McNeese to serve. It is over. Ellie Thielander for the dig. Rude on the far side. Neeson, a tough angle, but she gets it back across the net. Nice job by her. And somehow Chatfield does get it over. Gar with the dig. Set up by Stream and hit over by Gar. Dug up by Chatfield. They'll look for the kill. That's out and not touched by the Tigers to make it 12-6.
So Rush City getting 3 of the last 4 points. And that should be good enough if you're able to consistently do that.
So it will be Claire Neeson back to serve for the Tigers. Takes that deep breath, and there's the serve. Just over the net, dug up on the back line by Chatfield. Threw a block on the kill, though, by LaPlante to make it 13-6.
LaPlante is so good. I mean, she cuts down runs just like that. And it looks so easy.
It does. She'll be back to serve now for Chatfield. It's up and over. Dug up by Gar. And Stream will look for the kill. Gets off a block, dug up by Chatfield. Through a block now, dug up by Neeson at the net. Stream tried to get it off the ricochet. Unfortunately, unable to. And I don't care who it is. I don't care if you're the state champion 3 years in a row looking to repeat, or if you're a team who's just starting out. Any time that goes off the net, that is just extremely hard to get.
Absolutely.
Serve is over, dug up by Ellie Thielander. Oh, Stream was there. Rude looked for the kill, but nearly got in the way. And this one will hit the net back over by Chatfield, dug up by the Tigers. Gar will look for the kill. Off a block, back across, out of bounds, and the Tigers will get one back, 14-7.
Something I've noticed here in the second and third and fourth sets, Rush City really hasn't had any good clean kill opportunities.
Yeah, they have. Anytime they've gotten close to a kill, it's been a phenomenal dig. Just like that for Chatfield, and sometimes it just doesn't go your way.
That was a good clean kill opportunity, but Chatfield was able to counter, but the return was a little wide, so Rush City will get the point.
Wow. I just don't know how Chatfield does it sometimes. My goodness. But the Tigers do get it back. It's Gar with the serve. Dug up at the back line. Now on the near side. Nice diving dig by Neeson there to keep it alive. Gar will hit it back across the net. Dug up on the back line by Tweeten. They'll line it up right down Main Street, and that is down. Neeson was close, but just unable to get enough lift on that one.
So 15-8 is a Chatfield score lead. They won the first set 25-20. Rush City winning the second set 26-24. And the Chatfield running away with the third set 25-12.
15-8 now the score. Chatfield will serve. It's Maya Henry. Serve here over, dug up by Gar to Rude. Oh, Stream wanted it, but just didn't get it how she would have liked to have. And this set for Barkeem, not the way she would have liked it. She lets it go to make it 15-9.
So back-to-back misplays will lead to a Rush City point.
And Autumn Stream is back to serve again. Tigers only have 2 seniors on their squad, Stream and Gar, and Stream is one of them back to serve. Took a little something off that serve, but it is still dug up by Chatfield. They'll line it up off the block and out of bounds, so it will be Chatfield's point, 16-9. Tigers right now, unfortunately, just not able to get things rolling, and it seems like Chatfield has just found that rhythm, found that groove ever since the third set, and has just been kind of really stuck in that groove in a good way. A dig here on the serve by Stream, and Abby Thielander races after it, gets it back over the net. Chatfield lines it up through the block of Thielander. Another one, and it's 17-9.
Chatfield just seems to be in position all the time.
Yeah.
And it really makes it difficult to attack them because there's always somebody there.
Yeah, and that's what's unfortunate is, you mentioned it, Rush City just hasn't had any kill opportunities. The one they did was phenomenal dig by Chatfield, but just right now they just haven't been able to line it up the way they would have liked. Heinz will look for the kill, but again, it's dug up by Chatfield, and Chatfield will line this one up. Ooh, Stream was on the line. I think she maybe could have let that one go, as this one was hit back cross by Abby Thielander. Chatfield will look for the kill off the block. Heinz, but it is going to stay on the Tiger side, 18-9. And the Tigers a little bit tired out there, and I think, Adam, this is where the depth might come to play a little bit. Gar is there for the dig off the serve. Rude to Abby Thielander. Off the block, Thielander gets the dig, pushed back across by Heinz. Dug up by Tweeten. And Gar is there for the dig. Rude diving after it, unable to get there, and it's 19-9. And Tigers do have one timeout left. We'll see if they use it. Thielander going to let them play through.
Well, it's a good experience play by Thielander.
Serve here by the Gophers is dug up by Gar. Rude, Heinz. But it is right to Tweeten. And on the near side looking for the kill, and that one, Neeson just unable to catch up with him. That makes it 20-9, and it's not over till it's over, Adam. But this one looks like Chatfield's got it well in hand.
Chatfield is just running on all cylinders right now.
Well, maybe a timeout will help and interrupt that, as the Tigers will take one. We'll take one as well. Be back after a 30-second break on WCMP.
Hey there, it's Realtors Amanda Holland
and Alicia Krieger with Realty Group.
For all things real estate related in Pine, Isanti, and surrounding counties.
Don't forget Wisconsin.
Head to CountyLinesRealEstate.com.
Hey there, it's Alicia Krieger with Realty Group. If you're looking for a winning agent and real estate office, pass us the ball and let's score you a new home. Head to CountyLinesRealEstate.com.
Veterans Day, November 11th, is a day to honor the patriotism, service, and sacrifice of the men and women who are serving or have served in the United States military. To all of our Marines, airmen, soldiers, sailors, and Coast Guardsmen, we salute you. The Rush City VFW understands the unique bond you share with other veterans, and they invite you to join them. Stop by the Rush City VFW for more information.
One of the fun things about the state tournament, Adam, is we get to see some stats we normally wouldn't. And right now, the Tigers, part of the reason they're trailing right now, their hit percentage is negative.
Yeah, that's not great.
We've seen when they won, they were up over 20% hit percent. So can they get back to that and make a little bit of a comeback here? Gar.
Got it.
Wow. No one there for Chatfield. That was a big mistake, one we normally don't see from Chatfield here. But that was a big mistake, and the Tigers will take it, though.
Yeah, especially later on in this match. Chatfield has just been completely solid.
Natalie Rude will into the net, unfortunately. So, yeah, it just kind of feels like that kind of set for Rush City. One thing goes, and then the rest falls apart. Not falls apart, but doesn't go their way because they're certainly not falling apart. You don't win a set falling apart. Serve is over. Gar with the dig to Rude. Abby T-Lander looks for the kill, and nice job there by Abby T-Lander to get one back. Make it 21-11. She'll go back to serve.
Rush City still playing hard.
Abby T-Lander. Serve is over. Received by Chatfield. They'll line it up on that far side. Hit into the net. And if you can't get it yourself, you'll get a gift, and they do there.
Yeah, if you want to make a comeback, if you're Rush City, it's 1 point at a time. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
And that's the thing. Maybe that's not talked about enough, and it seems obvious, but a lot of teams get into this mode of thinking that we've got to get it all back at once. As we see another hit that goes long. Oh, did they just reverse that?
Nope.
No, they didn't. Okay, I seen Tigers get a little bit surprised there, but hit long and out by Chatfield. So, again, I think we get sometimes teams that think, we got to get it all back in one. But if they just remember one at a time, we have seen a lot of teams who've done it. So can the Tigers do it here? Neeson with the hit back across. Chatfield will punch it over. 2 Tigers go after it. It winds up staying alive, though, and Gar will hit it back over. Dug up by Chatfield on the back line. Now on the near side. Oh, nobody home for Rush City. 22-13.
Incredible placement there by Chatfield. But here's the thing if you're Rush City. Yes, you have a big deficit to come back from. But you still have a few points to play, a couple points to play with. So that giant pressure isn't quite there yet.
Tweeton will serve over, dug up by Stream. Now on the near side. Gar looking for the kill.
They're saying it was tipped all the way through.
I think they might have gotten a little bit of help on that one. So 22-14. Ellie T-Lander now checks in to serve. It is up and over. Diving dig by Chatfield. And
a double hit is going to be called.
So here we go.
So Rush City hanging in there.
22-15. So Ellie T-Lander readying her serve. It's up and over. On the back line, dug up by Tweeton. Blocked at the net and just behind the diving block, or the block was diving Abby T-Lander. She read that one just a half a second too late. So it will be Chatfield's point, 23-15. Serve over, dug up by T-Lander to Rude. Autumn Stream looks to line it up. It hits the antenna on that far side, and it will be Tigers point, 23-16.
So the lead is down to 7.
It seems like a lot, but looking at these last few points from Rush City, there is all the possibility in the world. Serve, little something off it, still dug up by Chatfield. Neeson with the dig on the back line. Rude, and in the middle it's T-Lander looking for the kill. Dug up by Chatfield, blocked at the net by Gar. Chatfield will try and line this one up now. Off the net, oh man, that is just a case where the net is just not the Tigers' friend there. And makes it match point now for Chatfield. But look at the Tigers. There's no one hanging their heads. They still believe they can make the comeback, and you gotta love that. Serve here by Chatfield is over. Dug up by Gar to Rude. Stream will push it across. It's long. Oh, man. You gotta feel for Stream because she was just trying to make it push across and find a corner, but unfortunately it goes long. So that is how this one will end. The Gophers will win it 3-1 over your Tigers in the fourth set, 25-16. It's not over, though, for the Tigers. They've got the consolation round. We'll talk more about that, but first we'll get a word from our fine sponsors here at the state tournament at the XL Energy Center on WCMP.
If aches and pains are holding you back, Wellia Health is here to assist you. Our sports medicine team is dedicated to getting you back to your passions. With extensive experience and expertise, we specialize in managing concussions, a worry for both young athletes and adults. Whatever the injury, let's get you back in action with an appointment at Wellia Health. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or conveniently schedule through your MyChart account. Visit welliahealth.org for more information.
Hey there, it's Alicia Krieger with Realty Group. If you're looking for a winning agent and real estate office, pass us the ball and let's score you a new home. Head to CountyLinesRealEstate.com.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare, information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Go online to pine.edu for more information. Pine Technical and Community College, connect with success.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Well, the Tigers fall here to the Chatfield Gophers 3-1. They lost set 1, 25-20, came back with a vengeance, winning set 2, 26-24, lost set 3, 25-13, and then lost this fourth set 25-16. But give it everything they had here in this fourth set, especially going on a little mini run of about 3 points. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, but wow, what a match there for Rush City.
Absolutely. I thought they played relatively well. I think we came away from this thinking that Chatfield was better than we thought.
Mm-hmm.
They are really good, especially when they're able to get into their zone and play the way they want to. They are really tough to beat because they don't beat themselves.
No, that is a really good point. And unfortunately for Rush City, they did have a few mistakes here throughout the match, some that kind of snowballed, especially in that third set. But they did a really good job. I was really impressed with them not hanging their heads. They didn't look at it and go, oh, well, pity us, pity us. No, they came back and went, let's go. Let's get back in it. And you saw the positive talk amongst themselves on the court, how instead of just going, oh, well, we lost this one. No, instead they came back, let's go. Let's get back into it. Let's make our plays. I was really impressed with that. And I think a lot of people might look at it and go, oh, well, what does that have to do with it? But I think that can play a major factor in just that positivity.
Oh, absolutely. That'll play much better. Maybe not today, but maybe tomorrow or next year, or, that really, it's great for team morale.
And speaking of tomorrow, they will play against St. Croix Lutheran Academy back here at 7 p.m. You can bet we'll both be back here for that game. So we will be back here at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Well, maybe 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock. We don't know.
Yeah.
It all depends on how New London Spicer and Annandale, how long their match goes. So, but again, they will play against St. Croix Lutheran Academy in the consolation round tomorrow at 7 p.m. Looking at it, don't forget we've got our Big Buck contest going on. Rock Crush Outdoors is going to be giving away a very nice firearm to the winner. So submit your photos at WCMPradio.com. The winner will be randomly drawn on November 30th. Also, listen to Joshua Miron during the Cool Country Morning Show on 100.9 FM for your chance to win tickets to the Oak Ridge Boys. The show is coming up Friday the 15th. Oak Ridge Boys tickets this week, courtesy of Marge's Pub and Grub in Brook Park, where they've got breakfast every Saturday and Sunday during deer hunting, 8 till 10 a.m. Of course, we will be back here tomorrow, as I mentioned. But, Adam, your final takeaways here from this match and something positive going forward for Rush City.
Well, I thought it was a fun matchup. I thought Chatfield was much better than I thought they would be. But Rush City played cleaner than they did last week towards the end of their section tournament. So looking forward, I think that's going to play dividends towards the consolation bracket as well. So going up against St. Croix Lutheran tomorrow, I think they have a manageable matchup with the Crusaders.
Yeah, and of course the Crusaders fell in 5 sets to Hawley 3-2. So St. Croix Lutheran and Rush City will be playing back here tomorrow at 7 p.m. We'll be here. That one should start around 7. If not, we'll keep you up to date. Of course, best way to do that is by listening partly to our morning shows on 95.5 FM and 100.9 FM. You can catch the sports update on KBEK with Rock and Robert and Riley at 7:30 and 8:30. Then over on 100.9 with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. We'll talk local sports, other sports in our local listening area, as well as regional and national sports. Stay tuned to our websites for both WCMP and KBEK for local articles from games we've been at, interviews, and, of course, the links to our broadcast schedule. You can find that on our websites. Go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule. That's where you'll find the games that we'll be covering for this week. That is updated every Monday afternoon. Of course, it is subject to change. Then you can stay tuned to our social medias, both of our Facebook pages, both of our Instagrams, and our Twitter at WCMP Radio for all things local sports. Just like I did today, I took a picture and let you all know that, hey, the game was starting a little late. If that happens tomorrow, we'll do the same thing. So stay tuned to our Facebooks, our Instagrams, and our Twitter for all things local sports, breaking sports news, interviews, players deciding where they're going to go play, coaches retiring, coaches being hired, all that and more that you can think of on our social media pages. Don't forget, we'll be back here tomorrow at 7 p.m. But for WCMP 106.5 FM AM 1350, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. That was Adam Hefty. We appreciate you all tuning in here tonight, and we appreciate all of our fine sponsors. Be sure to tune back in tomorrow night. But for now, thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night.